Sands is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Tea Podcast.
With incomparable luxury, Sands leaves nothing to the imagination. To learn more, visit sandsnewyork.com.
We are the Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea.
It's true. We're from Long Island, so we say, how you doing? How you doing?
I don't.
We're in the middle of the vines.
Yes.
Because it's Memorial Weekend. So
It's
there's
kickoff. We're here. It's summertime. Long Island wine of the week.
I'm thankful for our hot teas.
Yes. That's like such a Long Island thing.
We're just talking about real life.
Right.
That's what we do. Welcome back to Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Yes, we had a little bit of a week off, a reprieve, if you will.
Hiatus.
Yeah, where you and I were both just traveling around like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's the first time I've seen you.
I know. I feel like it's been forever. We've sat down. I'm like,
I haven't seen you since the Prid win.
Time.
I know. It's been
How
crazy.
are you?
Yeah, I know. It's good. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a very, very busy time, but you know, we both had some incredible adventures and I'm dying to catch up on all things. So, I mean, I don't know how you want to start. You want to start like, I saw you at the Prid win, and then the next day went to Europe.
Yeah. And you're like,
You know, as we do.
sayonara.
So I should say bonjour.
Bonjour. Oh,
Bonjour.
I was following your social along with all of our colleagues. They're like, Kristen's having the best time. I'm like, yep.
It was great. We took, Thomas and I took the 4 teenagers, and it was great. It was a lot. I was telling Chris when I got back, he's like, how was it? I'm like, we had 3 birthdays, mine and Kenzie and Tegan's, and then we were celebrating Finn and Penelope graduating from high school. But we had 3 birthdays over the 10-day time, and it was just, I'm like, they're kids, but they're adults.
Right. And that's what I love about that. Like,
I mean, you love it, and then you're like, also,
go to bed.
Or go away. Go do your own thing.
Right.
And I guess I anticipated that it would be more like that we'd go to these places and they'd want to go off and explore on their own.
Right.
And they didn't.
No, they wanted to do everything together.
They wanted to stay right with us.
Oh, I love that.
Which is great because, again, it's probably this is the last time they're like kids all living under our roof kind of. And, but then it was kind of like, we took a couple of times that Thomas and I were like, okay, we're going to go off and do our own thing. And so we started in London.
Right.
And we had my birthday there, and it was tea. We did tea at the Ritz.
I love it.
Which was amazing.
That.
I'm not going to lie. It was so cute. And you know what else I loved about it, Sharon, is everywhere we went, it's crazy. It was very packed. Everyone's in Europe, right? And they're like, where are you guys from? And we said, we're from New York, Long Island, New York. And they're like, oh, I love New York. Everywhere we went, everybody was like, New York is my favorite. It's so cool. It immediately leveled us up.
Yeah.
Our waiter at the Ritz was like, I love New York. It's my favorite city. And we're like, oh, you've been there? He's like, no, but I want to go to America. That's where I want to go is New York. And then he was like, I think he was Italian. He's like, I love the hip hop.
He's like that.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh my gosh.
And Biggie Smalls. And the kids were just dead. They
loved
it.
We were like, that's so funny.
Okay.
Some Tupac.
Yeah. We're like, well, please come. Yeah. It's the 50th anniversary. You can come to the Long Island Music Entertainment Hall of Fame.
That is so funny.
But it was so cute. And then we did that. And then we went to Bruges, which is in Belgium.
Amazing.
I brought you some chocolates. Did you see it?
Thank you very
Belgium
much.
chocolates. And it was, I think, when I booked it, it's been on my bucket list for like 20 years.
Okay.
I've always wanted to go there. And because, I'm in the travel industry, so I have a lot of travel writer friends, and everybody's been telling me forever that it's just perfect. It's no, and everyone's like, why are we going to Bruges?
Right.
Never heard of it. All the kids. What's that? Never heard of it.
Why are we going there?
And then I'm like, well, it's known for Belgian chocolates and Belgian waffles and Belgian beer and mussels. Like, what could go wrong?
Right. All good things.
It's amazing. And it's beautiful.
Gosh. Yeah.
And I think it ended up being their favorite place.
Really?
Loved
Amazing.
it because it was so cute and small and fun. So that we were there, and that was Tegan's birthday.
Okay.
So we're walking around, and I wanted to go see this one thing called the Mirror Lake Pond. I don't know what it's called, but it's famous. It's the most picturesque place in Belgium. So, and everything's walkable. So I'm like, I want to go there. And they're like, we looked at it online and it didn't look that great. So we don't want to go. I'm like, I didn't ask you if you wanted to go.
I'm going to go.
I'm walking this direction.
Yeah.
It's all a little square. in a historic
My
village.
gosh.
You can walk that direction. And Tegan's like, fine, leave me on my birthday.
Oh,
I'm like, for
20
an
minutes.
hour. I'm like, I will meet you at the chocolate making workshop that I booked for everyone. You're welcome.
That looked amazing.
It was so fun.
Oh my
We,
gosh.
made
It probably
Belgian
smelled
chocolates.
amazing.
So it was just a fun activity. It was just like, I think the travel was great, but the experiences that we did in each place were definitely the best thing.
Yeah.
So then
now, did you book Airbnbs or how'd you do that?
Where do we stay? Yeah. We stayed at Airbnbs because, again, we have
There's so
basically
many of
6
you.
adults.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Tegan turned 16, so she's still a kid, but we can't fit in a hotel room or 2 hotel rooms.
Right.
And plus, there's 3 girls and a boy.
Right.
So, the configuration of the
Didn't work out. Yeah.
I'll have to tell you offline. There was they were all great. Thomas did all the research, but the one in Bruges was hilarious because it's basically we had the whole place to ourselves,
right?
But it's just a historic village and all these little renovated places. And we walk in, it was just really weird because it looked like it wasn't all to ourselves.
Okay.
It looked like maybe an office or something on the first floor. And then you walk up and it was beautiful. It was like a mansion, but we couldn't figure out, our doors didn't lock. So we were like, I don't understand. There's a door to the outside.
Right.
And then a couple of locked doors. And then it just felt very haunted and open and weird.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I don't understand how this works.
Right.
My door doesn't have a lock.
Is the door going to lock? Did you lock the front door?
The front door was locked.
Okay.
But I needed to know more about who was on the first level.
Right. Who was in
what
those rooms.
locked doors went to. There was a conference room and I think an office or something. But anyway, it was beautiful and fine.
Okay.
And then the kids had their first clubbing experience, which was so Euro trip. It was hilarious. So that was fun. And then we went to Paris.
Okay.
And that was amazing. And in Paris, our activity that we did, thanks to my friend June, who sent me, and this was an Airbnb experience.
Okay.
She's like, you have to do this. I did it when I was there years ago, and it's a biking trip around Versailles.
Oh my gosh.
And it was expensive, right? So I'm like, oh, but what a great experience. And even Finnegan went with us, and Finnegan, teenage boy. I think it's the most time he's ever spent
outside of his bedroom
since I've met him.
Right.
Not on a computer.
That's amazing. Good.
It was the most amazing thing I think we did the whole trip. And it was a long trip. It was we went to a little farmer's market and picked out our lunch and then had a picnic on the grass by the water with the Versailles in the background.
Oh my gosh.
It was, and then Nick, our tour guide, the people that we met along the way.
Yeah.
The teenagers loved him. Nick, our tour guide from Australia. Oh. He was a fan favorite of all of the kids.
Yeah.
I was hilarious. Anyway, and he had us talking Long Island. He's like, give me something with your Long Island accent. We're like, water.
Yeah.
Coffee. He's like, I love it. I love it. So anyway, it was awesome. So many wonderful experiences and not a lot of alone time or adult time.
Right.
Again, the last day in Paris, I'd been pouting because I'm I just kind of thought,
I would have a minute.
the last time I was in Paris with Thomas, it was incredibly romantic.
Right.
This time, I'm we're basically tour guides for our grown
teenagers.
Kids. And I want this souvenir. I want to go here. I want this for dinner. I don't like that. I didn't
ask you.
I don't understand what's happening here. I don't understand why this is day and night. So finally I was pouting. And so, we had nothing but the Louvre at 3:00. So I said, okay, it'll take them a zillion years to get ready.
Right.
Teenage girls. Because it's all about the gram.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
They can't just go tour. Everything has to be what I'm going to wear for my pictures at this place on social media. So I said, fine. Thomas and I went to a little cafe. Oh. We had a cappuccino followed by a Veuve Clicquot. Lovely.
Love it.
We come back at 1. All of them on the couch pouting. So angry.
That you guys left? That's hysterical. Oh,
We've been waiting. I'm like, you are a 15-minute walk to the Eiffel Tower. Go away.
Yeah. Do something.
Walk around. Leave the place. You have a GPS Google Maps.
Yeah.
I never had that when I used to go to Europe. You just walk around.
Yeah.
You had to look at landmarks and figure out where you were.
That's so funny.
So anyway.
I feel like you were gone longer than 10 days.
Same.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But it was really fun. It was great. It was awesome. The kids, we all had a great time together. Yeah. The memories, amazing.
Exactly.
Expanded their horizons, which is what travel does.
Yep.
Right? It brings you together, I think, and kind of shuts out everything else and opens your eyes to new activities and people. But honestly, we loved, Caesar, which was the guy that owned the restaurant in Bruges. And we loved Elliot, who was our Louis Vuitton salesperson. Oh. Yes. He's like, when you have first name basis.
I love it.
It's not good on your credit card situation. But anyway, the people were amazing. I highly recommend get out there, explore the world again.
Absolutely. It's time.
Yeah.
I feel like I said, you were gone longer than 10 days. And I was gone too. So
you were gone. And then I came back and you were gone. And thankfully, you went to the annual convention, Destinations International.
Amazing.
Which I usually go to. And I was having straight FOMO looking at all the social media of everybody. But
it was such a good time. And, I was telling you a little bit earlier, our industry is just so inspiring and incredible. And when you go with your colleagues from all around the world and just learn what's up and coming and what's trending and what's happening, and you just all are in that room together. There's 1,600 of us, spread apart and everything like that. But it was really incredible. I was talking to my husband one night, and he's like, so, normally when you're traveling for work, it's pretty lonely or whatever, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to go here for dinner. I'm going to meet this person for happy hour or whatever. And he's like, I guess you're not that lonely. I'm like, no, it's, this industry, you're automatically friends.
Yeah. More like family, actually. It really is kind of a family, people that we've known for years.
Yeah.
And that you get to see once or twice a year at these conventions and I love it. It is inspiring, and we go to not only reconnect and network and learn who's where and what's going on, but it's the latest information. We bring back so many ideas and ways that we can improve and innovate, and it also is great to let us know how great we're doing compared to our peers, right? We're like, by the way, we're killing it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny. So, speaking of, I had CDME, which is Certified Destination Marketing Executive Training. And I'll tell you my travel stories in a minute, but I missed my first core class. So,
oh no.
Flights delayed, unbelievable. No. But I got to the second one, which was great. And, I was talking, I don't know how or why I brought up the podcast, and everybody's like, Long Island Tea? And there's, 50 people in the room. I'm like, yeah, Long Island Tea, that's us. And they're like, we learned so much from you guys. We really look into your program and how you guys are doing it. I'd love to talk offline about it. I want to learn how you got it up and running. And I'm like, absolutely. We're here to help. And it was really incredible. Like, I've heard you say that before, going to conventions, or, everybody knows it. And I'm like, I actually experienced it firsthand, where people are coming up to me afterwards, like, can we talk later?
That's great.
It's awesome.
And that's the other great thing about our industry is that people are really willing to share.
Oh yeah.
Including us, right? Is that we understand, just because I went on this one trip, it doesn't mean I'm not going to go on another trip next year or later in the year. So when we're talking to people that travel, we're not competitors, really, because if they come to Long Island, they're going to go somewhere else next time, or, and so we're helping our industry all attract these travelers.
Yes.
Because people don't go to the same place all the time. They want to go somewhere new, and we all help each other out.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved meeting everybody. It was awesome.
Funny, one more side note. Did you know, while I'm in London, Billy Joel's there?
No.
Shut up. Billy Joel followed me to London. I had friends from Arizona that are like posting about being at the Billy Joel concert in London. I'm like, what? I didn't know. Also, it looked really crowded, so I would never have gone to that. But
did you wanted to ask you, did you find that restaurant in Paris?
No.
You didn't?
No.
So tender steak. Now all of a sudden I'm like,
the tender.
That's not French.
It's so tender. We finally, because we were in Versailles and we did this, and finally the last day I was like, I don't care what the kids want. I don't care if they want pizza.
Right.
For the 1,000th time.
Right.
We're going to go to this restaurant, and it was Sunday. It was closed.
Oh.
And because we were there on Bastille Day.
Oh.
And so it was closed on Bastille Day, which was Saturday, and then or whatever, Friday. Anyway, and then we were gone, and then it came back, and it was Sunday. So a lot of the stuff was closed, but we got to see Bastille Day. We could see the Eiffel Tower from our accommodations from the balcony. So we sat on the balcony and watched the fireworks show off the Eiffel Tower.
That's awesome.
I'm looking at my kids like,
Lucky
you
duckies.
have no idea. This is not real life.
You ain't got a clue.
Then I have to then I have to do the whole thing like, where I went on vacation when I was in high school? Wichita Falls, Texas, to see my great grandmother. If I was lucky, we spent a day at Six Flags.
Right.
Never on a
Never.
plane.
Never
on a,
never
not the
Europe.
Eiffel Tower fireworks on Bastille Day.
Gosh.
But I don't know why I do it. And then I do it for them. And then I shame them for being there.
Rage. Blind rage.
I'm like, this is not normal.
Oh, that's so funny.
But
But that's
fine.
amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, but I had to tell you, Billy Joel was there, and also President Biden came to London while we were there.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he was doing something with NATO, I guess.
Okay.
It was just cool. You know,
It's
being in
cool.
Europe is so cool because you get to experience everything and you get to hear people's thoughts on America, which was really interesting. And the kids learned it too when they went clubbing. Even our waiter at the Ritz and the kids heard it with clubbing. They were like, "We love America. It's so cool." They're like, "But are you scared to go to school because of guns? Do you guys get shot at school?"
Wow.
And I mean, honestly, they're not saying it as like a criticism or a judgment. They're really asking.
Yeah.
They're like, "Wow, what's that like?"
Well, it's like their bodies on the floor. Like,
yeah,
remember that?
Yeah, when we were having issues here with you know,
were in Germany, I
gangs
think,
or whatever,
something.
and it's like this little minuscule thing. But honestly, it's just really interesting to hear how we think
Their
of it.
perspective.
And on the flip side, my mother-in-law texted me when we were in Paris because she's like. And we had been all over. We took this river cruise down the Seine, and we walked a whole day. I tortured the kids. I'm like, today we're walking to the Louvre, and it's literally across the city.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, but we'll see everything on the way.
Right, exactly.
And they were like, we walked so far. I'm like, ugh. Anyway, so, but my mother-in-law texted me, and she's like, is Paris on, it looks like it's on fire from the
What?
riots. You know, are you guys seeing it? Are you safe? I'm like, we've been literally all over the city, nothing.
What?
Not a
That's
single
so
thing.
crazy. The
So
media is
just,
insane.
you know, for everyone, just maybe turn off the TV, get
Yeah.
outside, go on a trip, experience it for yourself.
Exactly.
Because it was on both sides
Right,
of
the
the
perspective.
ocean. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
anyway.
crazy.
But I had to tell you, when Billy Joel was there, I was like, Billy, my boy.
And it was like Billy Joel Day, right?
Yeah,
National Billy
right
Joel
before
Day.
we left. Yeah. So I'm so glad you went to Destinations International, like, and we're going to talk about it offline. 'Cause
Yeah.
I haven't heard any.
Oh.
You got to meet so many people.
So many people. And, you know, it's just, like I said, everybody, this industry, they're so hospitable and welcoming and, you know, answering your questions and really like diving into everything that's going on, which is awesome. But I do have to tell you my travel stories because that was horrific. And I wanted to know if you had any delays in your
No,
flights.
we were perfect. It was perfectly fine.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Fly out Friday, right? That's
Okay.
my day. Transportation comes to get me at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I get to LaGuardia, and in the gate, everything looks great. Flight's delayed.
Where were you flying? Dallas.
Dallas.
Direct to Dallas.
Yep.
Okay.
Flight's delayed for 45 minutes. I'm like, all right, not so bad. It's fine. Get some work done, go on my emails. Another notification. Now, nobody's telling you. I'm just getting it on the app.
Sure.
So, flight's delayed 20 minutes. Flight's delayed. 14 delays later, no joke, we get on the plane. We're boarding. Now it's 10:30 at night. We're excited. We're finally going to get out.
Oh, 10:30 at night?
Yep. My original flight was at 2.
Oh, my gosh.
10:30 at night. We get on the plane. We leave the gate, get on the tarmac. Captain comes on. Sorry, folks. I'm clocked out.
Yeah, they
I
timed
legally
out.
can't fly this plane.
Yep.
Your flight has now been canceled.
Oh, my God.
Turn around, go back to the gate. Can't connect to the gate because it's thunder and lightning. We're on the plane for 45 minutes. Now I'm enraged. Talk about blind rage.
Yeah.
Now I'm like texting my husband. I'm super angry. The guy says, you know, your flight's been canceled. Call to rebook.
Yeah.
Please don't take it out on the flight attendants. Which, understandably so. It's not their fault.
Right.
However, it may have been the captain's fault a little bit because you know what time it is when we boarded that plane. Just
Why
saying.
would they even let you board it?
Yeah.
So we get off. I take an Uber home. It's now 1 a.m. Go in my own bed. I'm so glad, whatever. Now I'm missing my core class because
Whole day.
whole
Yep.
day. So I have, I email Destination International. I'm like, is it possible to take just the half, you know, like I'm not going to get the full credit to be there only one of the 2 days. And she writes back, no, I will refund you.
Yeah,
You can
that's nice.
rebook.
Yeah.
She's like, but if you can make it, come to your elective. Great. So I rebook Delta at this point because that other airline I was super angry about. And Dan takes me now the next day to the airport. Again, I fly out of LaGuardia, a lot further than JFK from my house because I'm on the South Shore.
Gotcha.
So we drive all the way there. I kiss goodbye, love you, bye. Get out, get in get myself situated to go into security, trying to find my license.
Sharon, stop it right now.
It's not in my bag.
Shut up. It's a good thing we were not traveling together.
I call him.
This is when I turn into like, oh my God, no.
I call him, and he's luckily enough, here long enough that he can loop back around and come get me. We have Everly in the car. Are we there yet? So I call him. I'm like, hi. He's like, what's the matter? The flight's delayed again? I'm like, nope, I don't have my wallet. And he's like, are you
Your
sure?
whole wallet?
My whole wallet. I had taken it out of my travel bag and put it back into my regular bag the night before because we were going to dinner or whatever. So he comes back. He picks me up. I cancel that flight. I get a credit. I rebook to 7:50 p.m. flight out of LGA again. He's taking me back. He's super annoyed about it, which I totally get because it's a lot farther than I thought and whatever. So we get home, we turn back around and get back to LGA. Flight's delayed till 10 p.m. We finally left. I think I landed in Dallas at 2 a.m. Dallas time. So I'm like, I'm finally here.
At least you made it.
I made it. Had
Sharon.
the best night's sleep. It was horrific.
Do you have a passport?
No.
Okay. So this is on our list. Okay. Shannon, if you're listening, we need to get Sharon a passport because that is also, you need your whole wallet, I'm sure, because you didn't have your credit card or anything.
Had nothing.
But that is a little also side trick I always have my passport in like
your suitcase or travel bag.
Yes.
Yeah.
And your ID somewhere else just in case.
Yeah.
You lose one.
Right.
So that you're not stuck in another city or something.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we need to get you a passport.
That was insane.
But you needed your whole wallet, girl.
It was terrible.
I mean, the first one, totally on the airline. The second one,
totally on me. So dumb. So dumb. And I knew it. He even said to me before we left, he's like, you got everything you need? I'm like, yep, I got everything. Never unpacked.
Except my entire wallet. Everything I would need.
Wallet.
Always check before you get on a plane. People, if you're listening, just pro tip. Do you have your wallet and ID and your phone?
Yes.
Everything else you can buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything else.
That's what he said. He's like, at least you have your phone. I'm like, yeah, well, sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that's crazy. No, the only travel thing, and then we'll get on to, we have a lot to talk about. The only other travel thing is that I experience is yet again, everything's fine. We land at JFK from Paris and we're like so tired.
Yeah.
7.5 hour flight, not overnight. So after a 10-day trip, and the pilot gets on the speaker. Well, folks, welcome to New York. We don't have a gate. Of course.
Of course.
There's never a gate.
There is never a gate. Why?
So we sat there for almost an hour waiting for a gate. And then we go through customs, which takes forever. We have global entry. The kids don't. Mm-hmm. So, of course, I'm annoyed. I'm just staring at the empty global entry, and then I'm staring at the kids like, if I wasn't with you, I would be gone. I would be gone. But didn't matter, because then even after we went through the whole thing, and someone like collapsed and passed out in the middle of the customs, and I was just like, here we go.
Yeah.
And then it's still no luggage.
Oh, no.
I mean, the luggage it wasn't on the belt yet.
On the belt, yeah. No, I know.
Everyone was taking a smoke break or something. I don't know what's going on, but how do you get off a plane, not know? You had 7.5 hours to know we're coming.
Right.
We're coming.
That's what I don't understand.
It's not a surprise.
Again, with like the delays and stuff, like how do they not tell you?
I don't know. I feel like I should go run the Port Authority or something. I don't know. Somebody needs a whip. Anyway, okay. So you know what? And it's so great to be back on Long Island. We were so happy to be home. My family was still here for a day. And then
how long?
I took them at 4 a.m. They had a flight out of Islip, Long Island MacArthur Airport. Thank God. Yeah. And it's just such a nice experience. You pull up.
It's so easy.
So nice.
Yes.
No one's like, whistle, honk, get out.
Yeah. So funny.
It was like, bye, love you. You get to hug people.
Right. You get to take a minute.
But so we were just saying this weekend is the first weekend in July that we'll have had at our house, really.
Home experience.
And it took us a day to get the house back together. But no, it was so fun. It was so fun having everybody here, watching my little niece and nephew see and catch fireflies for the first time in our yard and chase them around. And they went to the beach every day. And
that's awesome.
We brought my brother-in-law, who's from France, as you know, we brought them some merch, some Paris 2024 Olympic merch.
Oh,
his hat.
Awesome.
So he was like beyond,
excited.
Anyway, it was so really, really great. But I'm so glad to be home where we have our bagels waiting for us.
Look at these. They smell so good.
we really want to thank Bagel Boss, which is like obviously the premier bagel place on Long Island. Everybody has their favorite, but Bagel Boss is probably the boss.
The boss of bagels,
the bagels
yeah.
on Long Island. And they sent us for our taste of the bacon, egg, and cheese,
Yes.
the Long Island staple.
It looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
The best part about it is National Bagelfest Day.
Oh.
July 26th. Who knew that there was a national day? Bagels before the beach is definitely something that all Long Islanders do, and you can find a bagel store anywhere on Long Island on any corner. It's like 7-Elevens and Starbucks. But yeah, that's like such a Long Island thing.
Go get your BEC, maybe SPK.
Right.
Whatever.
You got to add the SPK.
Go to the beach. So my family did this, and there we go to Seaport Deli or you eat your BEC at the bagel shop. You know, you go back and forth depending on what time of the day you go. And they were talking about how the seagulls were coming.
Yes.
And they were like, the seagulls are just going after these people's food.
Right.
And everyone's just watching. And I'm like, I'm like,
that's another
you gotta
Long
listen to the podcast.
Islandism.
This is a Long Island thing. And you got to know to tuck it in under the blanket. And if you don't do it, Long Islanders, they don't sympathize with you.
They're not going to help you. No.
You got to know.
Yeah. It's like if you know, you know type of thing.
Exactly. So go get your BEC. They also, which I think is hilarious, sent us a tuna bagel sandwich.
Yes. I wonder if it has anything to do.
I think they're joking with us
I think
at this
they
point.
Are. They have to be.
They listen to the pod and they're like,
hysterical.
and here's your tuna sandwich.
Yeah, in case you want it.
Which is now
with
open
onions.
in my office.
It's got onions.
Yeah. I was like, okay, Bagel Boss.
I hear you.
That's
so
funny.
That is funny. But the cool thing about Bagel Boss is they have over 10 locations on Long Island, which that's amazing.
They're everywhere.
They've been open since 1975. Another crazy thing, right?
Yes.
Like, that's amazing.
Almost 50 years.
But they use the freshest and highest quality ingredients to make all of their bagels and rolls and BECs. And they've mastered smoked Atlantic salmon, deli meats,
bagels and lox,
pastries, chef's incredible cakes and cookies. And they do catering.
Of course. And what a great thing to have catered. And if you go to the Bagel Boss stores, which I've been to, this one I think was from the East Northport store, but they're all over. They're gorgeous. Yeah. They have like the whole drink. You know, you can just go at the drink selection and you can get sandwiches or breakfast.
Black and white cookies that are
Alyssa likes the black and white cookies, which is also a Long Island staple. It's just great. You can go in there for a drink or a breakfast or a snack. And we love having them as partners, and we thank them for sending us this delicious food because I'm hungry and I miss my Long Island bagels. Okay, so also we have a lot of other days. You know what day it is coming up, Sharon? Long Island Life. But it's Self-Care Day.
Yes.
It's National Self-Care Day.
That's on July 24th.
I'm all about self-care. Yeah.
We're all about self-care.
No, is it July 24th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. July 20.
air on the 25th.
Okay. So we just had it. We'll have just had it when this airs.
Yeah.
But we have some great places if you missed it. Let's have some self-care.
So I love personally the Mind, Bodies, and Crystals in Farmingdale.
That place is so cute.
And Spirit and Soul Studio in Babylon Village, so adorable.
I love them. I love the girls that own it. I still have their crystals on my desk.
Yes,
they're
and
adorable.
They bring you such happiness.
They do.
What else do we have? We have the Alexandra Accardo Studios in Huntington.
Okay, so this is the place that I met them through Sal the Voice.
Yes,
his wife works there.
This is where you thought it was in.
On Wall Street in the city, but it's on Wall Street in Huntington. And they have this exclusive facial that like the Kardashians
Is it the blood facial?
No, it's not disgusting. No. It's a nice one.
Okay.
And you can only get it in the country in New York City and at this place. Let's say the name of it again, because
Alexandra Accardo Studios in Huntington.
Yes. Okay. And they're amazing.
Yeah.
So
and they're so sweet.
We need to do this.
Yeah.
We're gonna just time out and take a little self-care and go get that facial.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome. Also, one little self-care thing, interestingly enough, when we were in Paris, we were in line to take the Seine riverboat cruise down the Seine.
Okay.
Which you get to see all the sights, and it was great. And it's just a gazillion people line. But they fit 600 people on these boats, so it goes really fast. So we get behind these ladies, these Canadian ladies. Hilarious.
Are they?
They've got a bottle of wine.
I love it.
And cups. Just just to wait in line. And I'm like, these are my people.
They are pre-gaming.
And it was so cute, and they were so nice and so funny, and they were like, oh my God, what are you doing? And just chit-chatting us up. And then one woman was there, and then she was actually taking her daughter on a trip from her graduation, and I was telling her about my birthday. She's like, I'm 49. And she's like, my friends just surprised me here on this trip as a surprise, like her girlfriends, as like a girlfriend getaway. And I was like, wow, you have good friends.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, truth be told, I actually have stage 4 cancer.
Oh my gosh.
And my first diagnosis was breast cancer that spread into my bones. And so we're just living every day and living life and having a good time. And I was like, so honestly, we talk about facials and spas and ways to work out, but please make sure you're getting your mammograms, going to your annual appointments. A lot of people put that stuff off during, the time of, craziness that we've been through, but please do that. And, and also such great spirits, so amazing, so
incredible.
Much fun. Just a reminder that no matter what, live every day to the fullest. It's summer, and this is why we tell you how to live your best Long Island life, because you just need to. Don't take a single thing for granted. And those ladies, I loved them. I couldn't sit with them on the boat. I had to sit a separate area. And the girls were like, you're so rude. I'm like, it was a lot going on there.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to talk the whole time.
Right. You didn't want to take over their girls' trip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, let them have their moment, and they were so fun. I loved them. And it was, our kids got to experience that too a little bit. And they were like, oh, love you, Mom. I'm like, yeah, right.
Love you too.
Anyway, so thank you to all of our partners that do provide wellness tips and Suffolk Family Therapy is another one. That's another great way that you can take care of yourself. Anyway, that. And then it's also National Waterpark Day.
Yeah. We have a ton of water parks.
I saw this list. I was like, whoa.
Well, they did a blog recently for 10 family-friendly water parks for splashing summer on Long Island, which is awesome. Splish Splash, obviously.
Obs.
Amazing.
The best.
What else we have? We have Cantiague Park. Am I pronouncing that? Cantiague.
Yeah.
Park in Hicksville, Eisenhower Park, Bay Park in East Meadow, and Bay Park in East Rockaway, Shipwreck Cove in Bayshore. That's so fun. Yeah. It's like a little splash park. These are really fun things to do with the kids. Jones Beach State Park has a really great splash park as well. Rockville Center Recreation Center and Children's Park in Rockville Center, and then Montauk Park in Montauk, New York.
So many great places to take the family, and that's what we love about Long Island. It's so family friendly and wonderful. Alyssa, how are we doing on time?
We're at like 31 minutes.
Okay, because we've made it 31 minutes into this segment, into this episode, without talking about Long Island life. The big news when I was in Europe.
Yes.
Breaking news: the Gilgo murderer was caught.
Yes.
Whoa. My family, by the way, I got back and they were like pointing at the news. They don't know anything about this story, right?
Which is surprising because it made national news.
I'm sure, but it's like a big story on Long Island, but now it's global news, right? Because they caught this guy.
A serial killer, yeah.
This a real serial killer of our time. And my sister and brother-in-law are like, we're obsessed with this story now. They've been watching all the
Netflix stuff.
Yes. Yeah. They were like, I can't believe we were here when it happened.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, incredible. Same thing. I was in Dallas.
He's from Massapequa.
Along with Joey Buttafuoco.
All the crazies.
All the crazies.
No offense, Alyssa. I know. Massapequa in the house.
Yes. Represent. No, that's funny.
This story continues to unfold every single day.
It's amazing. And you know what's so scary and crazy about it is that this man is a normal, CEO
He's
of
an
an architect company.
Yeah. He's married. His wife just filed for divorce.
Yeah, 2 kids. And he couldn't get any more Long Islander than this. They found his DNA on a pizza crust. You can't, there's
hilarious,
nothing
Sharon.
more Long Island than that.
That is 100% true.
So
I did not know that, but that is actually perfect.
They've been tailing him, and they found his, they watched him eat his pizza and throw it in the garbage outside of his Manhattan office, and FBI grabs that pizza crust and brings it back.
That is the best Long Island story I've heard, I think, in my life.
Yeah.
Sharon, thank you for that golden nugget of intel. But there's Netflix shows about it. There's podcasts dedicated to it.
I watched the Netflix movie a while ago when it came out, probably about 3 years ago, and it didn't really do it any justice, I think. So I wouldn't go off of that. But my friend was here from Vegas during that time too, and she's talking to her husband, and he's like, "Whoa, you're on Long Island. That's where this Gilgo killer is."
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. It made it like, and so I'm in, class in Dallas, and I'm like, I'm from Discover Long Island, and they are like, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
So that'll be topic of conversation this week.
Joey Buttafuoco's old news.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Amy Fisher. Now it's
crazy.
this guy, Rex something or other. Super scary. Super scary.
Tom Kelly, remember we had
Tom Kelly.
He's posting, because he's a Massapequa.
Of course.
Resident.
He's posting the funniest memes.
Oh. Yeah, so Alyssa's saying, Alyssa, I thought we were going to have another microphone.
I know.
So that you could chime in. So Tom Kelly, he was a local comedian who we've had on the show before and is a hot tea. Apparently he's got a great show, the Tom Kelly Show, his podcast. And so he's been posting a lot of funny memes about it. And Long Island Wise Guy.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Wise Guy.
It's crazy. Did you ever see that movie with Kevin Costner called Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
Very similar, right?
Yes.
It's these serial killers, and it's all sensationalized. I mean, it's not normal, but that live amongst us and act like upstanding citizens.
Yep.
And this guy's wife, can you imagine?
I can't imagine.
Whoa.
I mean, there's so much stuff coming out about what they're finding on his Google searches and his burner phones and things like that. And I'm like, it's insane.
Yeah. Did you hear about that girl? Speaking of Google searches and just weird stuff, did you hear about that woman, Carly, whatever, that went missing after she reported a toddler
on the highway,
and she went missing for like 49 hours, and then she's fine, and then
they found her in her parents' house.
Yeah, and now they're like, her Google searches were of course I had to laugh because they're like, her most recent movie she's watched was Taken, and I'm like, same. I made the kids watch it before we went to Europe, and then she's like, and then she was Google searching, can you pay to have an Amber Alert done or something? And I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, and there it is. And they're like, we're not saying anything.
Oh my God!
Against her, but
speaking of Taken, so I made the kids watch Taken, which is about sex trafficking in Europe, because I was like, if this guy's charming and meets you, Peter or whatever, and wants to take you to a club, he's trying to sex traffic you. So stop it. I wanted to be on alert. And one of the things in the movie is these girls they share a cab with the guy, and he sees them go into their apartment, and he watches which button they push. Here we're checking into our Paris apartment, and it's got these big double doors, and there's a couple guys, delivery guys or something, right outside, literally right in front of our door, and everything's stressed. Like, we're stressed. Okay, we're all carrying 50-pound bags.
Yeah.
I told the kids not to overpack, but they did. Up through the metro, blah, blah, exhausted. And Thomas is calling the Airbnb guy, and he's like, okay, yeah, okay, yep. And just to correct, 5th floor, first door on the right, just making sure.
Oh my God.
We're all like,
my God.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
What is wrong with you?
Read the room.
Right? We were all like, what are you doing?
That's crazy.
Anyway, but so funny. You got to be careful. But yeah, it's just the Gilgo story was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly didn't think he was ever going to be caught, and it clearly he didn't
years
either.
Later, it's crazy.
Okay, some positive Long Island life news. Paumonok Vineyards in Abaquag won New York Wine Governor's Cup. The New York Wine Classic Governor's Cup.
That's amazing.
Best winery in New York State.
Whoop whoop!
Yay!
Right here on Long Island.
Paumonok, we
it.
love Kareem. We did our whole episode from there.
Yeah, and he
it's
showed
amazing.
us everything that they did for sustainability and everything. It was just incredible.
Deservedly so. Congratulations to Paumonok Vineyards. The wine is terrific. Definitely go out to Wine Country during their 50th anniversary. Their big event is coming up in August.
Yeah, it's
so
like
you can get
on my
tickets.
birthday, I think.
Is it really? Is it what is that? August
19th.
19th. Okay. So get your tickets because they're going fast, and follow our social, and we'll post to you how to get those tickets. What else?
Brentwood's Julio Wiki Moya looks for love overseas on 90 Day Fiance.
I saw that. I had to laugh because so was Penelope Reynolds. She was looking for love in Belgium.
Did she find love?
Yeah. All the kids are on Tinder. I mean, not Tegan, obviously, but the adult kids are on Tinder over there, and I'm like, even Finnegan.
That's so funny.
I'm like, what are you guys doing? And she's like translating everything from Belgium to U.S. I'm like, stop it.
That is hysterical.
But I love it. I saw this guy's looking for that. That's great. So we'll watch. There's a Long Islander on every show.
Yeah. Real quick, did you see The Golden Bachelor?
Yes.
He's so beautiful.
He's also 71, Sharon.
He does not look 71.
I have it on my CelebriTEA. His name is Gary.
Oh my gosh.
He's so suave and handsome.
Literally.
I'm telling you, I'm not watching The Bachelorette right now because it seems so lame. But the Golden Bachelor, which airs in the fall with Gary.
I never watched a Bachelor show in my life.
You're going to
I'm going to watch The Golden Bachelor for sure.
So, you know what? It's because older people are sophisticated.
Yes,
he's
and
like
mature, and
he looks amazing. I'm like, he's 71, which is giving me like mental block a little bit.
Right.
To watch a 71-year-old, find love, but I don't know why.
I know
because he looks amazing.
He
what do you think?
Does.
We've got Emmeline, our new graphic designer, copywriter for Discover Long Island, sitting in.
Yes,
and she's so cute. Emmeline,
so cute.
What do you think? Golden Bachelor?
Looks pretty cute.
Yeah, she Googled him. Yeah.
Yes,
because she's young,
he's
right?
71.
Right? He's keeping it together. Way to go, Gary. I can't wait to tune in and hear more about that.
Yes.
Okay, so are we into CelebriTEA right now? Because we've talked forever about things.
I think so.
Okay. First and foremost, R.I.P. Tony Bennett.
I know.
Lost Tony Bennett today, and at the age of 96, what an incredible icon.
Oh my gosh.
And tell you, my Long Island connection to Tony Bennett is I was at my very first Billy Joel concert at Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
As you do. And he always brings on celebrity guests. Tony Bennett
I saw him at a Billy Joel concert.
Yes, Alyssa saw him at a Billy Joel concert too. Came on and sang New York, New York.
Aww.
The whole place
lit up.
I
love it.
And an incredible memory I'll never forget. Amazing
human being, just incredible. I watched the Gwen. What's her name? Lady Gaga documentary with her. And oh my God, he was in there. So cute. Their relationship is incredible.
So cute. Love him. Did you hear Ariana Grande is getting a divorce?
Yeah, after 2 years.
And she's dating her Wicked co-star already.
Come on.
Also, have you seen him? Emmeline, have you seen him? No. Okay. I'm just going to, for the record, don't think that's going to last long.
No. Terrible.
It's one of those things, I think you're filming something together, you get wrapped up in it. Whatever.
Yeah, it's like
that's my prediction. I don't know them personally. We don't hang out, but I'm going to say
his manager didn't call me.
It's I don't know why. I mean, just so we could spill the tea. But I saw pictures of it. And I'm like, okay, we'll see what.
But I love Ariana Grande. She's adorable.
She's a cutie. Lindsay Lohan had her baby.
I know. Do we know the name?
I think it's a boy. I don't know what she named him. No, I don't know what she named him yet. But congratulations to Lindsay Lohan, Long Island, and the World Cup starts today. The Women's World Cup.
I know. That's awesome.
I'm very excited for the Women's World Cup team. They've won the last two.
Okay.
And this would be, if they win, this would be the first time ever that any male or female team would win 3 in a row.
Wow.
So the pressure, I feel bad for them. I know.
Yes.
But it's also the first time ever that the women's team is getting paid the same as the men's team.
Amazing.
It is amazing. You know what's amazing about it is because the women's team has won the World Cup 4 times. And the men's team has never won the World Cup.
Oh my gosh.
But we're just now making the same as the men. But, little side note.
Steps.
Yeah.
Steps.
Okay. So cheers to Team USA.
Yes, absolutely.
We will be watching you and rooting for you and following you. I love those ladies. They're amazing.
Did you know that Jimmy Buffett dropped in at the Sag Harbor radio station and released his newest song?
That's amazing.
Parrot Heads.
Which is perfect. Jimmy Buffett has a huge following here.
Yeah.
Bunch of parrot heads here.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And actually the Margaritaville show, right, is at the Incomparable Theater right now.
Yes.
Our social media team covered it. So you can see it on our Instagram and I think probably our TikToks. But they went and looked amazing. Yeah. The drinks and the food and everything before you go.
It's amazing. I went to Margaritaville in New York City. They opened up a hotel restaurant.
They're in Chapter 11. They just filed bankruptcy.
No.
I just read that.
Oh, no.
Listen, not everywhere things are thriving they are on Long Island.
Right.
We're just so you know. So if you want Margaritaville experience, just come here.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
John Ingeman Theater.
Come to John Ingeman Theater or just hang out, in Sag Harbor, wherever you might see
Jimmy Buffett.
You might see Jimmy Buffett.
That's awesome.
He's going to be there.
Yeah.
I saw somebody on the neighborhood app the other day and they're like, did anyone else see Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick and Port Jefferson?
What?
I'm like, no. So
I have like this like
going to Danforth this weekend.
unbelievable crush on Kevin Bacon.
he's so cute. His social media is great.
He is, and I like. He's such a singer.
so cute
They're
together.
adorable.
They are cute together.
Yeah.
So my kids are making me watch The Summer I Turned Pretty sequel, which is what everybody's watching. Emmeline, are you into this? No. Okay. And Kara Sedgwick is in it.
Oh, so cute.
And so anyway, I love them together.
What is that? A series?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
series. And anyway, I'm not recommending it. So
Oh,
don't.
okay.
I'm watching it because my kids are making
you?
me. Yeah. But it's cute, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching it. So Thomas is watching it and he's like, this is my new favorite show. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. Poor man. He's a good
funny.
man. Okay. And then let's see. One other thing I was going to say, CelebriTEA, and then we have some charity. Did you hear? Are you a Miranda Lambert fan? You're a country music
Yes,
person.
yeah.
Did you see that she stopped her
Yep.
show?
So funny enough, I love her music, right? She's great. And she's adorable. I think she's so adorable. Do you know that she married an NYPD officer, like off the street? Like
That's cute.
They met.
Yes.
There was no, anyway.
That's cute.
So I decided a while ago, I saw her in concert and I was not
A fan.
a fan.
I've never been a fan of Miranda Lambert. She seems to me just like she was in
Yeah.
their show. I don't know why, just a little salty.
Well, Blakey, I mean,
We love Blake. Love Blake Shelton, which is her former husband, and who married Gwen Stefani. And I'm a big Gwen Stefani fan. That doesn't mean I can't be a Miranda Lambert fan, by the way.
But that's why she was salty.
But I think even before that, she just always, I see her, anyway, so she stopped her concert in the middle of her concert because these girls were taking selfies of themselves at her show.
Yeah, and she was
And she
angry.
didn't like that they weren't paying attention to the show. And I'm like, first of all, they're your fans. They paid to be at your show.
She said, if you're going to spend $800, her quote was, if you're going to spend $800 to come see me perform, then watch me perform.
Girl, get over yourself.
Stop it.
Listen, Hot Teas, if we ever do our live show again,
Yes.
you can come and take selfies of yourself the whole time.
Whole time.
Sharon and I will not berate you.
No.
I don't
Take
care
a
what you
selfie
do.
with us.
Get
I
on
mean,
your
come on.
Instagram. I'm used to it. My kids constantly don't look at me.
Right.
They're on their phones. I'm just used to that lifestyle.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I just think that's just bad form, Miranda. I got to say,
she's definitely a weird one that way, like the way she treats her fans and stuff.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, the way you treat your fans is everything, in my opinion. This is why we're Swifties.
And speaking of like hip hop stuff, have you heard like of all this stuff? You know, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's normal that people throw things on the stage and
Hate it.
hate it. And
Don't
so
throw
all
it.
of these artists are like, if you throw, there will be consequences if you're going to
someone
throw
threw
something.
a phone. Was it Dua Lipa or not Dua Lipa?
Styles, I think.
Doja Cat?
Oh.
Yeah,
One of those.
it was probably
and hit her
Doja Cat.
and like gave her a black eye.
Yeah. It's so
people
like,
what is wrong with
and
people?
for what? What are you doing that for?
This is
you
dumb.
know?
I don't want to run out of time for the charities.
Okay,
Because
okay.
we have a couple of hot teas that sent in some charity.
Okay.
And I love both of these events. The first one, Hot Tea Gabrielle, sent in some charity from the Ronald McDonald House. Okay. For those of you who have been listening for a long time, you know that our little cousin Ronan, who Taylor Swift wrote a song about, passed away of cancer when he was 4. The Ronald McDonald House helped our family personally. Anybody that has, a disease and they're traveling for healthcare, these Ronald McDonald houses around the country are truly lifesavers to these families. So I love this charity. It's a casino night, so you can go and have fun and have a casino night. And the benefits go to the Ronald McDonald House. And so the casino night is August 10th at 6 p.m. in Great Neck at Leonard's Palazzo, which is a great venue. And you can go to www.mihcnym. We'll put it on our notes, .org.
Perfect. I think that you're right. It's just incredible. This casino night is August 10th at 6 p.m. in Great Neck. Amazing. Another hot tea, Bonnie reached out to us with some charity. The Babylon Rotary Club is holding the annual Dirty Sock Run at Southard's Pond in Babylon Village. The proceeds go to the community in the form of support of local food banks, soup kitchens, school literacy projects, scholarships, and local environmental projects. The race date is August 13th at 8 a.m. And for more information, visit dirtysockrun.com.
Let's talk about that.
I know.
DirtySockRun.com. What they got that domain? That's
Right.
hilarious.
That is hilarious.
And if anybody doesn't have dirty socks, just hit me up because I have
a house full of
teenagers. I'm happy to donate them.
That is funny.
But that is such a cute idea. And again, in a community charity. So really want to thank Bonnie and Gabrielle for reaching out to us and letting us know about these events. If you have a great charity of something you'd like us to share, we're here for the community, right?
Exactly.
We're here for you. We want to make sure that part of being a Long Islander is being part of the community, giving back, helping each other
your
out.
voices are heard.
Exactly.
It's awesome. But you know what we do have? We have a review.
Oh my God. And we'll close with an amazing review. And if you want your review read and you get $5 off merch.
Yeah. Simple.
Go
easy.
leave us 5 stars, leave us a review. Could be on Instagram,
Wherever you get
Spotify,
your
wherever.
podcasts.
Just leave it. Okay.
So Unicorn Master 10111. Life is good on Long Island. This is my favorite podcast. Love listening to all things related to Long Island. I've lived here my entire life, but I have still learned about so many hidden treasures. Love hearing what's happening and what's new. It's also great to be reminded about all of the things that we have in our own backyard. Listening gets me excited to go out and explore some more. We're really lucky to live here.
We are lucky to live here, and we're lucky to have listeners like Unicorn Master, which I love that name.
Me too.
And also make sure you're tuning into our YouTube page. Our Belong videos that we launched now,
Yes.
Sharon, I'm not sure if they're over 80,000 views each.
It's incredible.
It's crazy. People are loving them. And also LITV, Chris and Bree just launched a new episode of Bodie's Beach Shack.
Yes.
Is it Beach Shack? Bodie's Beach Shack. By the way, I watched it.
It's so adorable.
I'm like, we need to have a staff happy hour there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
We tried to do it while they were recording, but they wound up going really late. So
watch it and you'll want to go there. Trust me, I promise.
Oh, yeah,
they did a great job
absolutely.
of covering it, and it's just like iconic for, it's in
Long
Blue
Island
Point.
summer.
Yeah, love it, love it, love it. So thanks, Bodies. Thanks, everyone. We will be back next week with more tea, so make sure you tune in.
tune in.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.